Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the Uno Lakefront Arena, New Orleans, Louisiana. It is Top Rank on ESPN, proudly presented to you by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, sponsored by Geico, and broadcasting live on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and streaming on ESPN+. This is our co-featured bout of the evening, set for 10 rounds. On the line, the vacant WBC Continental America's lightweight title. Supervisor, Craig Hubble. Our three judges at ringside are Keith Thibodeau, Larry Berger, and Kevin Babineau. At the sound of the bell, the man in charge of the ring, referee Bruce McDaniel. Introducing first the blue corner. Wearing silver with teal, white, and gold trim, he weighed in at an official 134 pounds. In his 27th pro bout, he maintains an impressive record of 25 victories against one. Victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, William Silva. In the red corner, wearing black with gold trim, he weighed in at an official 134 3/4 pounds. In the summer of 2016, he represented his homeland of Honduras at the Rio Olympics, and now he enters the ring an undefeated pro with 9 victories. 7 of those victories coming by way of KO. El Catracho de Brooklyn, New York, Teofimo, el Brooklyn Lopez.
I can't wait, champ. I can't wait. Don't relax.
Originally from Brooklyn, then lived in Miami, now trains and lives out of Vegas, Lopez.
Guys, take
Unbelievable
instructions
personality.
beforehand. Obey my commands at all times. This is a 10-rounder, guys. Championship fight. This looks good. Nothing behind the ears, guys. Okay? Obey my commands. Any questions from either corner?
Yeah, he's too high. The thing is too high.
That looks good to me. Looks good to me. Any other questions?
No, everything's good.
Good luck. God bless.
You heard from the father of Lopez, Teofimo Sr. He is never bashful about speaking up, and I mean never. He was complaining about the trunk height of Silva. The younger Lopez, the star fighter, says a year from right now, I will be a champ. Mark, he says this fight will show fans things they just haven't seen. So this will get the night started right here on ESPN. The undefeated Teofimo Lopez against the one-loss William Silva from Brazil.
Of all the Olympians we've come accustomed to seeing on these telecasts, Teofimo might be the most gifted. And this is really a substantial test for him. He's giving away an awful lot of experience, about 3 inches in reach. 11 years in experience.
It's a huge step up for Lopez as far as experience goes.
Because of that, Silva says he has the clear advantage. He went up against Felix Verdejo. That's the lone loss of his career. He says this guy's not in the same league as Verdejo, and he doesn't even know it.
You know, he's going to see tonight.
It's funny that what happened in the Verdejo fight is Silva was seen as being scared of the stage. So you have one guy who failed to perform on the greatest stage, and another guy in Teofimo who believes devoutly, as does his father, that he was born to this stage.
Lopez getting that jab, working early. Working the jab from the head down to the body. Looking to set something up over the top. I think it's going to be a right hand.
There's that good stiff jab that he fires off. I agree with your statement, Mark, that of all the young prospects we've seen, all the blossoming recent Olympians, this is the guy that seems the most sturdy and reliable right now at this stage of his career.
I don't know. I like the... I got to see what happens in this fight. I don't know.
he is certainly the most confident.
Yes.
He calls himself a young Einstein, and he has power, he has athletic ability, he has grace, he's endowed with everything but modesty.
That's exactly right. Good job of doubling up that left hand, including the left hand to the body moments ago.
Yeah, he caught that left hand. He actually came up with the uppercut, then came around with the left hook. right there in between by Lopez.
Wow.
Very sharp tonight.
Lead left hand getting the attention of Silva, and there's that right hand that you said he would be targeting Timmy. Oh, and he floors him with a lunging left hook.
This kid may be as good as he thinks he is.
Come Timmy. You good?
20 seconds to work with. Coming after him. Just missed with the right hand.
Oh, no.
So the power shows up right away in round number 1. Blood coming from the nose of Silva. Crouch position that time. Bent the legs. Knockdown scored in round 1 to start the big night.
Take a look at this here. Lopez stepped in with a right hand, and he came with the left hook right between the guard of Silva. There it is, and down goes Silva. Beautiful. Missed with the right hand there. Caught him in between. Silva was actually throwing a left hook at the same time, but Lopez was quicker and sharper with his left hook. Right on the money. Here it is in real speed. Beautiful shot by Lopez.
One of the most exciting and promising prospects in the sport, coming off of a 64-second destruction at Madison Square Garden of Victor Freitas, the nephew of the Brazilian legend Popo Freitas, and now up against the Brazilian in William Silva, who found out very, very early, Mark, the power that Lopez possesses.
Lopez says, I'm not coming like Felix Verdejo. I'm coming in. He's going to be scared. I'm not figuring you out. I'm coming to get you. Showing absolutely no respect for the 11-year difference in experience or the advantage he has in the jab.
Mark, he just jumped up in the air and threw a jab. Lopez in there loves to entertain the boxing fans at home.
Let's also note, guys, the fact that when we met with him yesterday, he said, I am angry this week. Very, very angry. He lost his dog on Sunday. Leo, his beloved English bulldog, passed away. He was just over a year old. Died of a heat stroke in Vegas, and he was greatly affected when we met with him yesterday.
He's pretty angry. I mean, part of what fighters do is transfer anger into the ring.
He looking sharp tonight.
He's looking strong tonight.
Oh, super strong.
He's the smaller guy. He's the shorter guy. And he seems completely in control. And he is, without question, the stronger guy at this point.
As always, our ace reporter, Bernardo Asuna, is with us. Bernardo, what were they saying in Silva's corner?
Jose Rodriguez says, I want you to box more, but you can't let the kid get off first because he's punishing you. Those were the instructions. In terms of that jumping punch, Teofimo Lopez told me in the locker room, you'll see that once I feel I'm in control.
Well, he's in control. He's been in control from the first round on.
I think he felt like he was in control when he left the locker room. There's a thudding right hand that also sends back Silva.
Nice tough hook by Silva there. Rolling underneath that left hook of Lopez.
Comes in with a 1-2 of his own. And right back comes Lopez. Looking to place that right hand to the body just under that left elbow. There's that lunging lead left hook again. Yeah. Lunging left. Sounds familiar. The early career of Manny Pacquiao. Here we are bookending a night that will finish up with Manny Pacquiao.
Silva told us there's no substitute for professional rounds. The Teofimo just hasn't got enough rounds to compete with him effectively. Wow. You know what? If you're as gifted as this kid, maybe there is. And he has been sparring with top-level pros since, you know, the earliest part of his adolescence. You know, him and his dad have been going around to the gyms. Sean Porter, Ashley Theopane. He just did a stint at Robert Garcia's gym in Riverside.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken to Garcia about it, but according to Teofimo and the dad, he sent a lot of guys home early in the afternoon.
Another left hook that lands. Boy, fun start to a big night of boxing. End of 2. Lopez in control. Top Rank Boxing on ESPN is brought to you by Mile 22, starring Mark Wahlberg in theaters August 17th. And in part by Discover Card. We treat you like you treat you. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Fun fight weekend in New Orleans, and they will be roaring for their undefeated top junior welterweight from right here in Nolo, Regis Prograis, coming up in our main event on a night that will eventually lead to ESPN Plus, the streaming service for the return of Manny Pacquiao. Just go to your ESPN app. You can sign up for the streaming service right now. You get the 7-day free trial, and you can watch Manny Pacquiao against Lucas Matisse. Coverage will begin at 9 Eastern from Malaysia. Round number 3 here as we're getting a good look at TEOFIMO Lopez, who Yahoo Sports said was the #1 prospect in the sport of boxing last year in 2017.
Well, Lopez carries that left hand low. See, he got hit with the right hand there. That's what I'd be throwing if I was fighting Lopez. Silva needs to let that right hand go because Lopez is throwing that jab from the hip. Take some time to get that jab up.
That's one of the things that hurt him in his bout against Verdeo, was being excessively tentative. He got to sell out here, Tim, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's not being tentative right now. I mean, he's standing in mid-distance range, standing right in front of Lopez. That's the reason why Lopez is having success. But now he's trying to push forward and make Lopez fight a little bit more, and he's having success there. But then he bags off.
Makes for a good fight, though. A willingness to come forward, even getting floored with the left hook. As Lopez has found success doubling up that jab. Of course, the left hook scored the knockdown in the final minute of round number 1. Silva, a native of Brazil, but he's been living and training in South Florida. This is his 4th consecutive fight stateside.
See, Lopez led with the left hook there instead of leading with the jab. He made Silva realize that, hey, you thought I was on the jab, but I came around with the left hook in the right hand. It's a great combination there to land against Silva. Come around that guard.
So much stuff he can do. I don't know if it's gifted or taught or a combination of both. I don't know if this qualifies as irony or coincidence, but Silva too was trained by his father from age 7, and after his nice right hand, after his loss against Verdeo, he just figured, I have to move on.
He said he had to get to the next level, and he knew it wasn't going to be with his dad. As for the father, who is still actively training, Bernardo, what is TEOFIMO Sr. saying after that last round?
I asked him, what did you like? He says, everything. He's doing everything right. He said he's killing him, is stepping it up, though, this round because I want him to keep moving him back because he's just surviving at this stage. I don't want him to let him get back in the fight, so he needs to keep touching him.
You know, TEOFIMO Sr. said to us yesterday, and he was dead on, he said, listen, Silva is not going to get the feel him out, figure him out rounds. We're going to come right to him, and he's going to feel the power. He felt it right there. Of course, he felt it being floored in the first round as well. Look at that combination as TEOFIMO comes straight ahead at Silva again. So heavy-handed. Oh, what a big left hand. Blood splatter as he lunges again and backs him up. Good uppercut, right uppercut. Silva stood up to it. He is having fun in there. An angry Lopez, an enjoyable Lopez for the fans.
And Pollo dropping.
It's been a hop and a step with TEOFIMO Lopez. Joe Tessitore, Timothy Bradley, Mark Riegel, Bernardo Osuna here in New Orleans. Lopez, the 9-0 prospect, has looked phenomenal against the 26-win veteran. Look at this action in the last moments.
Put those earmuffs on, guess what he does? Lopez comes around the guard on Silva. Then he catches and shoots. Catch, short uppercut. Saw Silva leaning forward a little bit. Why not lift him up with the uppercut? Great job by Lopez.
And with a more determined William Silva compared to what we saw in the lone loss of his career against Verdeo, that is playing right into Lopez.
You guys notice at the end of the round the way TEOFIMO glared at the bigger, older guy? I mean, he's a natural performer, but he also has that mean streak.
He did not like the fact that Silva simply pointed out that he had more experience against Lopez. He says, this guy's been doubting my experience. He's just another guy in front of my way to a world title. In fact, he thinks that world champions would be viewed that way when they're in the ring with him, just another guy.
I think the important thing, however you parse it, is he thinks of the opponent as another guy. There's an extraordinary arrogance to him. And I don't mean that in a negative way like that. It's just that he thinks of himself as being born to this. It's his right.
He's just a confident fighter. He's a confident fighter. Like they said, he spars guys that are world champions, and he does well against them.
Been against Sean Porter, Guillermo Rigondeaux, Yordenis Ugas, Luke Campbell, Amir Imam.
Ugas is a welterweight.
Yes.
He sparred at Robert Garcia's place.
Uppercut combination starts off with the right hand there.
He has that shoulder roll type. May was he pull that right hand there?
Except there's an aggressive temperament and a predisposition to do damage that you didn't always see with Floyd.
Yeah. There he goes. There using the Philly shell. See him when he crossed that left hand across his body. And keep that right hand up. He got clipped a little bit. Still trying to master that Philly shell.
Silva is breathing in and out fiercely, and when he does, you will see blood spray with it.
Silva's straight ahead. Lopez has all sorts of curves and angles to him. His dad compared his style to Bruce Lee. Well, you know, catch and shoot like a kung fu movie.
Yeah.
I think you can see some of that.
Yeah. Catch and shoot, rapid fire.
Angular.
Yep.
All right.
The ability to jump in, the ability to be a viper. Some of the conversation that we will continue when we reflect on the career of Pacquiao later tonight. Early Pacquiao, the less refined boxing Pacquiao, was always that. Was a non-conforming viper. There's another right hand from Lopez. End of 4 with the unbeaten prospect. And William Silva, we asked him to describe his fighting style. The taller fighter in the white and powder blue from Brazil. He said, I'm more the matador. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be tight. I'm going to have precision, not waste anything, but I'll be that matador. Well, the bull gored him early on. TEOFIMO Lopez with a left hook that scored the knockdown in round 1. The combinations that did damage in round 3, and here the start of round number 5.
First time Silva has been down in his 12-year career. And if Lopez has his way, this round will mark the first time he is knocked out. He said it wouldn't go more than 5.
Work out of it. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Silva's real basic. He does nothing special. He's, jab, jab, 1, 2. He's straight in, straight out. Stays on the line. Easy to be hit. Nothing special.
Stays on the line seems like a very bad idea against Lopez.
Yes, it is. See how he backed straight up?
It's a great example of it right there, Timmy.
Exactly it. Back straight up. Guess what Lopez did? Came around that guard. The one thing that I want to see for Lopez, if he goes down to the body.
How about that left hook?
Beautiful.
Oh, there's the body shot you were looking for.
Yes, it was. He must have heard me sitting here.
He knows what he said about the 5th round.
He is having fun right now.
Target practice.
Look at this. Confidently putting his hands at his waist. Saying, come on, let's go. Try to do something. And then a short check right hand. Blood coming from the nose continuously of Silva.
I like when Lopez puts his combinations together. Every now and then he'll pop shot from the outside, which is beautiful, looks nice. But if he puts those combinations together, I think he'll be able to hurt Silva. You can tell those body shots hurt. You want to know how they hurt? Silva brought those hands down to protect his body.
He got cracked in the head.
Look at this crossover now. Then he goes back. Fires a right hand. Trying to cut off that ring. Trying to roll with that right-handed Silva as he chases him down. Another lunging left hand. Combination, 3-punch combination as he got the best of it with a left hook at the end of it. Oh, how about a body shot mixed in?
Silva's taking a lot of punishment this round. Really not being effective at all. Target practice for Lopez. He's having fun in there doing it, whatever he wants. So comfortable right now.
Crouching down, head right out in front of Silva, and it doesn't even matter. Lopez is owning him here in round number 5.
This fight's not going to go too much longer.
Silva is taking and taking and taking. Big shot, crumbles him to the ground.
6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Up, stop.
That was just destruction. As he backpedals to his own corner.
I was surprised that he got up. He's a glutton for punishment. A nobleman, maybe, a glutton for punishment nonetheless.
Here's the replay. There's Lopez attacking him. Silva as he goes backwards. Not letting him off the hook. He knows he's hurt. Dominating faction. Drops Silva with the left hook. The same punch he landed earlier. Wow, right around that guard. Check that out. Explosive power.
Eyes wide open and taking it all in.
This is real speed here. You see how Silva back straight up with his hands down. Lopez took advantage of that. And landed some hard shots over the top of Silva.
Let's check in with Bernardo.
Teofimo Lopez, according to his father, has been doing all of this damage, even with the right hand that he injured in the first round.
Again he goes down, and this fight is over.
Wow.
A little Fortnite celebration, and watch out for the backflip.
Uh-oh.
How do you like that? Teofimo Lopez, showstopper.
Just the right amount of narcissism, too.
Yeah.
You need that.
Like a bulldozer coming right through you.
Very impressive win.
You think?
It went a couple seconds longer than he thought. It went into the sixth.
Whoa, if I was the corner, I would have stopped the fight the fifth round.
So would I.
After the fifth.
So would I. But I don't know whose belt he's going to take. But I don't doubt when he says, I'll have the belt in a year.
Oh, he looked good tonight.
If he gets the opportunity to have the belt within a year. This is a loaded division.
He didn't go up against the perfect fighter, but he went up against a guy who was 25-1.
Yeah, with a lot of experience. With a lot of experience.
Well, I termed him arguably the most exciting and promising prospect in all boxing. Maybe we want to get rid of the arguably. Take us through it, Tim Bradley.
There it is. Target practice. He knew he was hurt from the fifth round. He just attacked him from the opening bell in the sixth. That's what you do when you have a guy hurt, especially in the round before. You come right out the gate and you see what he's made of. Lopez did a good job right there in recognizing that his guy was done and finishing him in good fashion. Dominant performance by Lopez. There he is. Showmanship. There's the backflip.
He did the Fortnite dance, and then he did his signature backflip. He has been doing that since he was 8 years old. He says, I've always been a show-off. Has he ever? Let's make it official. Up to the ring to Lupe Contreras.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Bruce McDaniel calls a halt to the action with an official time of 15 seconds of the fifth stanza, declaring the winner by way of technical knockout, still undefeated, and now the WBC Continental America's lightweight champion, El Catracho Teofimo Brooklyn Lopez.
He says, I'll be a champion within a year. Folks, skill-wise, talent-wise, he's probably good enough to make that a reality. But in terms of how loaded the division is, where the politics of the sport are, who's in front of him right now at 135 pounds, let's show you the champions. And Mark Kriegel, something interesting here, because obviously Vasily Lomachenko, the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, it's either him or Bud Crawford, who, by the way, is sitting to my left, so I'm going to say that quietly, is sitting there now at 135 pounds. Ray Beltran is going to fight on ESPN in a title defense against Jose Pedraza. The winner of Beltran-Pedraza most likely fights Vasily Lomachenko so that Lomachenko could try to get 2 belts. Meanwhile, the great Mikey Garcia is out there. Robert Easter is out there. That could be a roadblock. You could have Garcia with 2 belts. You could have Lomachenko with 2 belts. And you could have this guy, Teofimo Lopez, not getting a chance within a year.
Thrown in as a complete wild card. I'm not sure anybody expected this a couple years ago. Let's remember that for some reason that difficult to explain, he didn't make the Olympic team.
Ha! I think he's built for the pro game. Let's go up to Bernardo.
All right, we're in here with Teofimo Lopez, another impressive victory. Walk me through what happened tonight, because I know that right hand was an issue, but didn't seem the way you were throwing punches.
We can't let him know. First, I want to thank God, because without him, like I always say, none of this would be possible. Like I said before, against all odds, it's the takeover. God is always put first. I want to thank my promoters, Top Rank, and Bob Arum. I want to also thank my matchmakers, Bruce Champler and Brad Goodman, along with the other Top Rank staffs. It's a blessing, man. What else can I say? I told you, it's a takeover. I'm not no Felix Verdejo.
You're not. First round, you dropped him. He was able to come back, so he proved that he was strong. 5th and 6th round, you were able to just put it on him. Walk me through how you were able to break him down tonight despite that injury.
I know it from the jump. Basically, you know, you gotta, the jab. The jab is the most important punch of everything. Set him up with the jab, see how he reacts to it. Don't let him hit you with the jab. Don't let him find his distance. At the same time, you mind play. You play with his mind. I told my father, he was like, what are you doing? You can take him out. I said, I'm setting him up. I'm letting him get comfortable again so I can surprise him with a big shot.
The first time you fought on ESPN, you suffered your first cut. Now you injured your hand. What did you learn about yourself the way you were able to handle it?
You got to go through it. This is part of the game. This is what I love to do, and it happens. You got to prepare yourself for the worst case scenario, the worst things possible. But this time, I'm full with blood, but his blood.
That's always a good thing. When you look towards the future, there's talks of this guy lost to Felix Verdejo. Cañas Lozada, Antonio Lozada beat Felix Verdejo. Is that on your radar, or who do you have on your radar?
I just want to go home. I lost my dog this past Sunday, and I've been going through it. I just want to go back home and cry. I had to put that to the side right now because this was in front of me, but I love you, Leo, and that was my best friend. I'm going to miss him.
All right, so a true professional fighting through emotional strife and physical strife, but nonetheless, Teofimo Lopez continues to be undefeated.
He emphasized that to us yesterday. His beloved English bulldog, Leo, was out in the heat of Las Vegas. He passed away on Sunday. He said, I am fighting with anger right now after losing my dog. Man, oh man, did he take it out on William Silva. That was very impressive by Teofimo Lopez. Coming up next, a guy who many consider one of the most fan-friendly future stars in the sport. There he is, making his final preparations. Regis Prograis, the unbeaten New Orleans hometown hero, who says, I'm going to go out there and flat out hurt my opponent. This is the hurt game tonight, folks, here in New Orleans. As we continue to work our way towards the global event tonight on ESPN+. It's Manny Pacquiao going for career win number 60. He's only lost back-to-back fights once in his 23-year career. Can he get past the titleist Lucas Matisse? That's tonight after this on ESPN+. Go to your app to sign up to see Pacquiao. We'll have the latest from Malaysia ahead.